24/7 on the Canadian border? I don't fucking think so.
You know what? There's Canadians who literally have, like, there's stores on the border in Canada.
Yeah.
In the United States that will just have post office boxes for Canadians to get less shipping charges. That's the kind of shit they're dealing with up there. Meanwhile, in Brownsville, you got an aggressive wall in your university.
Right. Or like just in your backyard, because some people literally the wall intersects their neighborhood. Like
That's crazy.
They just decided, oh, we're going to build a wall right behind your fucking backyard. And your little Mexican kids are going to have to grow up looking at that shit.
Well, they're not even Mexican. Those kids are American if they grew up in that same neighborhood.
I mean, they are American, but how do you explain that to a child though? Can you imagine that? Like, hey, you look exactly like everyone else on the other side of the wall, but because you're here, honey, it's fine. But
you can't go to school there.
Right.
Across the street. You can't go to school there or your tuition's going to be ridiculous, or you can't even work there.
Right. And then, it's weird because I don't even want to turn it into a territory either, because it's like, that's not quite enough. That's what they did with Guam and Puerto Rico, but there's no economy. I mean, yeah, people are trying to bring it back, but I'm like...
But nobody, administratively, like, nobody cares.
And honest to God, I really do feel like marijuana will just unite us all, because it'll fix this fucking economy. It'll bring farming back to Puerto Rico and kick out these fucking vacationing. Cut that shit out. Go vacation in like Newfoundland or some shit. Go back where you came from to vacation, God damn it. Like, quit vacationing in my house and then saying, oh, but I hate brown people. Fuck you.
Right?
Like, take your dollar somewhere else. Fucking vacation elsewhere.
Canada, get your ass
That pisses me the fuck off. I'm sorry that I got so heated.
No,
but like,
it's valid. It's completely
God damn
valid.
it. Like when they're cutting down shit in Puerto Rico to build a fucking hotel, and then you're like, oh, but racist. I don't like black people. We're black too. Thank you. Mm-hmm. It's just like, I'm sorry. I just need to take a breath.
You had to do that.
It's so irritating, because I'm like, oh, it's okay when you're vacationing and when, you're in your goddamn little sealed gated community and you can fucking vacation there. But God forbid you have to go to the slums of anywhere in South America and go there. There's no fucking Airbnb in the slums of Mexico. Right.
They're just shithole countries. But here I am vacationing in them.
And they're shitholes. Why? Because they're on the ass end of the United States. Because we're so fucking okay with taking food out of children's mouths in South America, and now you want to seal it off because God forbid the Karens of this country have to deal with any of that. And I'm like, or the Debras or Barbaras, and I'm sorry,
right
but
now it's the Beckys, though. Those are the bitches
Beckys that can't vacation there, so they have to settle for South Padre Island, which is a strip of like 2 seconds to get to the other side of the island. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know.
You're in Mexico, girl. Like, come on.
I mean, it would have been if we didn't.
It's just an arbitrary white man's line. Like, they literally just decided to draw a line there. I don't know. I'm really anti-borders.
I mean, I'm just anti the concept behind it because it doesn't do anything. I'm frustrated that we're okay with spending billions of dollars when I'm thinking to myself, I
don't think anyone is. Nobody ever was okay with that, ever.
Well, yeah, no.
Because the motherfucker said, we ain't paying for it. That's literally what he said. And if that's
in Mexico?
No, both.
I mean, first of all, Mexico said, I ain't paying for it.
Exactly. We said that Fox was the president at the time, or maybe former president. I don't know. But the motherfucker said, hell no, Mexico ain't gonna pay.
Right.
He's fucking crazy. And of course he is. But you know what we have to do is make sure that, like, our lawmakers, those people who sit in an office all day waiting to get a phone call or a letter from their constituents, that's people who vote for them.
Right.
They really need to know that they better not pay for no goddamn wall. So if we do have any Karens any
Debras or Barbaras,
if we have any of these people listening to our podcast who care about us,
and that goes for you too, LaShaylas, LaQuandas, and Marias, and what other Hispanic names are there? I don't know. Juan, Jose's,
Jason.
All of y'all, get off your asses and
Please contact them and tell them that you don't believe that this wall should be built because it is not good for America.
And it does absolutely nothing.
And we ain't paying for it, homegirl. Like, we are not.
All right. I'm like,
I'm not paying for it. I'm not doing the fucking census either.
and who's going to fucking build it at this point? Other paisas that are over here, because let's face it, who's going to do it? Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be
Who's gonna
probably
do
like
it?
someone named J. Mendez Construction.
I
And
mean,
it's-
I would love to see Trevor, like, definitely, try to put a cinder block wall up.
that's where your spring break could be. If you really want a spring break, go to the fucking border wall.
For real, like that. We could host it. It'd be like Fire Festival 2.
Right? God.
We'd have tents and we'd have hard labor, and you have to check in and you get a selfie stick so you can take a picture.
Mexico's behind you, precious. Hashtag, I don't know.
MAGA.
Right. So, funny story about the airport there. I was digging out my pills and I dropped this entire bottle of my motion sickness pills.
No.
And I turn around and there's the border patrol. I'm like, shit, this is not, no, it's not the time. Damn it. And so I was like, do I tell anyone or do I just leave my pills there? And
No,
so
you need those.
I just left them there.
No.
I was so scared.
That's fucked up.
I actually took a picture of me in front of the TSA and the Border Patrol that were just sitting there together.
You're just like, selfie.
Actually, it was a selfie, and it was of me squishing them because...
You're insignificant to me.
Yeah, because it was a trip. It was really confusing for me. And I'm not even Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican.
You're just,
And I was born with the citizenship or whatever, and I still was all like, what the fuck? Like, I wasn't ready for that.
But did you hear that Trump wanted to, like, take away the Vietnamese, like, refugee status?
Yeah, they're going through I think they were deporting a lot of Asians that are either behind bars or were or something like that. I mean, I didn't have time to get angry at everything.
That sounds so
but
horrible. Like,
it
because
does.
the Vietnamese people came here to, like, live better lives.
They were also here because they were recruited here for hard labor.
Fucking really hard labor.
And that's the thing, is that you can't now split up somebody from their homeland.
You invited them here.
And now they have to go back to somewhere they don't know. Like, they don't know. They may not even know Vietnamese. And I'm like, that's so fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand it.
And the thing is, America stirred that pot. Like, y'all helped that fucking horrible war that made all those people come here.
All right, don't hold the label the melting pot when you're not. Imagine if, for whatever reason, Mexico had won the Mexican War, and then if we went and deported everyone right now, how the fuck would you feel going back to, like, Germany right now? Excuse me.
I really want to go to Germany and act like those girls in, like, Cancun, though.
Oh, I mean, granted, I did go to Germany. I was born there, but how the fuck was I there? Because I was displaced because my dad was recruited into the army. That bitch didn't even know English hardly. And so, like, he still has a heavy accent, still don't know what the fuck he's saying in either language, but, like, it was just like, okay, yes, let's go ahead and we'll deport you back to Russia. I really just want to know how that would feel for some. Like, how that, not even to do just desserts, but just to teach empathy a little bit. Like, can you please put yourself in the shoes of these people for 2 seconds? Like,
no, because the Americans are white people. That's what they think. They think that, like, when they think of America, they think of white bread, literally.
Well, and that's
the toxic idea that we need to dismantle as brown Americans.
Yes, because in Europe, they're all white, but at the same time, they do not fucking understand what's happening here because they're like, what do you mean?
They're colonizers, like, too.
Well,
that's why-
I mean, sure, but at the same time, like, the people that I spoke to, do have strong opinions on it because they're like, I don't even know why it matters this much that there's a border between the U.S. and Mexico. I mean, look at us. We got the euro. We're fine. I mean, we got over all these generations ago, a genocide and shit and whatnot.
So the reason that they're better at it is because they're all mostly white countries. When you look at the influx of refugees from brown countries into Europe, now you see the influx of more like fascist and racist rhetoric and Islamophobic rhetoric. So it's there as soon as they see brown people.
It's happened. I mean, it's happened before. It just wasn't to the same degree. Because
look at how they treated the Romani.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were also slaughtered by the masses, and it's like it's still fucked up no matter which way you look at it. But I mean,
they can say what they want to in terms of like not being able to understand, but I don't think that they understand because we have it differently arranged here. But Europeans are still actively engaging in really fucked up shit, so they can't really come over here and be like, America's wrong. Bitch, you wrong too. And France was trying to like ban the burkini. You tell me that's not Islamophobic?
I mean,
nah, that's just like, you shut up, okay? Like, it's for everybody is fucked up. Let's get on that page. Let's get over it. It's okay, Karen.
It's okay, Becky.
Okay. We're all okay. You know, I'm over it. Well, let's wrap this up and say bye.
Okay. Bye, neighbor. Shuts the fence.
Just shuts the fence. No, make America great and call your fucking congressman, you sons of bitches.
And that includes South America, damn it.
All of us. All of us or none of us. If you don't want the tacos, you don't get the tacos.
Right. So, we're taking Taco Bell too, damn it.
All of it.
All that shit.
All of it.
How are you going to live without your tacos? Now what you're going to do on Tuesdays?
Yeah. Be neighborly.
Shit. That was aggressive.
If you enjoyed this episode, you can help us out by subscribing on your podcast app and leaving a rating or review. Find Hey Neighbor on Facebook or on Twitter at HeyNeighborPod. Feel free to leave us feedback or conversation ideas. You can also email us at heyneighborpodcast@gmail.com. Bye, neighbors.